People really think that I'm crazy. Can you believe that? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Listen, we can't do this without you. Now, if you're just tuning in to the channel, if you have been watching, it is very important for you to watch all the videos. It's also critical to watch them from beginning to end, and not just because I need your support, which I do. I do need your support. I want to get this message out. You watching the entire video, liking, sharing, subscribing, that helps get the message out, and I do want that. But that's not the reason, the only reason you need to watch all the videos and watch them from beginning to end. The reason being is because we are going to get into some deeper things. And the moment that you realize that the reality that you live in is not real at all, it could be pretty devastating if you don't handle it properly. And guess what? Some people just cannot handle it, which is why I'm taking this approach, a slow approach, building a case to what's happening in America, what's been happening with proof. Some people just can't handle it. I was explaining to someone years ago on the developments in technology, how it's impacting the minds of people, how it's forming the minds of people and shifting the norm. And you know what they told me? They told me I need to put on a tinfoil hat. They were telling me that I was crazy, that there's no way this stuff can impact you. And you know, I'm a Christian. So I was talking to another Christian, and they were like, oh, God's going to protect you. God's going to protect you. You don't have to worry about this or that. And then I began to tell them how, yeah, I'm thinking about not keeping my phone. You know, there's ways to contact me outside of having a cell phone on me all the time. And they were like, no, you can't do that. You got to have your phone on you. What if you get lost? Or what if this happens? So God can't keep me if I don't have a phone? It's really funny, but we have been sucked into this this new world, and it's gonna get crazier. I was just literally talking to a person this past week. We ended up getting into the conversation on just the world that we live in today and how crazy it is, right? And I was telling them it's gonna get worse. I'm like, well, how can it get any worse than this? Well, I asked them, have you heard of the Aadhaar system in India? Have you heard of the social credit score in China? Have you heard of the regulations in Canada that's coming in the US? These are things that are happening. We're going to unpack them and we're going to talk about them here on this channel. But you want to know what the response that she had when I asked her? She said no, she didn't know about these things. I talked about them a little bit, and I said you can look them up. All you have to do is, she said no, I don't want to. This is crazy. That sounds horrible, but I don't want to look it up. She says I want to stay in the matrix. Isn't that something? She said ignorance is bliss. That's what she said. But that's not true at all. Ignorance is not bliss. To not know that there's a poisonous snake in the grass and you walk in barefoot, does that sound like bliss to you? To know that danger is lurking, that an enemy is approaching, that you're being set up to be a slave of a system, your children and your children's children are being set up, that sound blissful? Not to me. You know, I told her, just to give you another hint, we're going to unpack these things. We're going to talk about them. But I told her, we're looking at a future in which it will be illegal to drive your own car. That's coming in the near future. The elite, the ones in power, they're talking about these things. There are more deaths in car accidents than there is gun violence or any other type of violence. There are more car crashes and fatalities, accidents with vehicles. But if that's automated, they can eliminate traffic, they can eliminate car accidents, etc. She said, when I talked to her about that, she said, oh, that sounds great. I can't wait till they do that. I said, yeah, it does sound great, doesn't it? Until you get in your car, push a button and tell it where to go, and it says error. You tell it to go somewhere else, it says error. You push it to go somewhere else, it says error. Off limits. Go back into your house. Would you like for me to put on your favorite program? Because they have restricted driving, or they have restricted the roads, or if they have shut you down. So now that they have everything automated and they have these systems put in place, you can't go anywhere unless they allow it. It sounds really good, but it's not good. Check this out.
We will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
You know, this can be a little scary, a little threatening, a little frightening, and it causes people to just put blinders on and say, you're crazy. Well, you know what? I've got no shame in my game. You can call me what you want to call me. But listen, it's important for me to get this message out because I love people. I care about people. I'm a minister. It's what I do. And I'm not doing it for play. I love people. And I know things are happening. And I know that the masses are ignorant of a lot of them, including preachers, including teachers. And it's not to say that I know everything. No, I just choose not to accept the mass media, what's pushed down our throats. And I'm happy to share whatever it is that I learned to give to you. But it can be scary, and I'm not trying to scare anybody. That's why I'm taking this approach. And that's why I'm asking you, please go back, watch all the videos, watch the videos completely through and through, and comment, chat, start up the conversations, because we need to talk about these things. But we are going to impact these more serious topics, and understand they are going to impact you. And in the near future, understand what I'm telling you, near future, we think, a lot of us, we think, oh, we're not going to have to deal with that, but my children or my children's children are going to have to deal. No, this world is going to look completely different within the next 10 years. Completely different. So we need to be prepared. We need to talk about it and understand where the trajectory of the things that are happening, where it's going to take us 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, etc. Please watch, like, share. Stay tuned.
Go.